Hey guys, and today I'll be doing the review of the LEGO Star Wars set 7260 Wookiee Catamaran. It comes with 361 parts and 6 minifigures. So let's have a look at the minifigs that we get in this Wookiee Catamaran. So we get this very nice light up Luminara Unduli. This is one of the rare light up minifigures where you push down on the head and the lightsaber lights up. She only appears in this set as the light up version and is quite expensive to get. The arms and head, the head does swivel around. This arm does move, so this one, but the hand joint is fixed, so you can't do any other poses with the lightsaber. And the headpiece does come off, but that's the only other piece that will really come off this set, and is at the time was quite a nice feature. Of course there's like light my bricks these days that you can use to light up lightsabers, but in 2005 this was like amazing to see, just being able to light up your LEGO lightsabers. Next we got Yoda. This is the Yoda that appears in all the early 2000 sets and 1999 sets. Does include back printing, has a little cane, no lightsaber unfortunately, even though he uses his lightsaber at Kashyyyk. I think the lightsaber should have been included, but the same green head and arms do suit him nicely. Not sure about the torso design, as I think it's more of the Empire Strikes Back torso design and not really fitting for Revenge of the Sith, but still a great minifigure either way. And then we've got Chewbacca, which is seen in various other sets. So there's nothing too special about him. Does have his printed, I'm not even sure what you call that, but that's the only printing on him, and his nose of course. But just, and he does come with his bowcaster. And then we get our Wookiee Warrior, which has printing on the head, printing on there, and printing on there. And this is the first time that we got a Wookiee Warrior, so it was great to build up your Wookiee army and play out that Battle of Kashyyyk back in 2005 for the Revenge of the Sith, and does come with a spear. And then we also do get 2 of these 4 42nd Siege Troopers, or sometimes known as Kashyyyk Troopers, but they are 4 42nd Siege Troopers, and they do come with the old style blasters. And these are quite sought after clone troopers because of their unique green markings, and they only appear in this set and have not been re-released in a modern version in any other set. And they of course have the nostalgia feeling of these OG type clone troopers. And I do personally quite like the look of these. And looking at the builds now, we'll start with the Swamp Speeder. And this is probably, out of all the Swamp Speeders that have been, this is probably my favourite design. With nice printed pieces here and here. And it's got blasters that can rotate, articulate in almost every direction, which is quite useful. 2 seats to sit your 2 clone troopers, and an engine that swivels as well. It is a very simple-ish build, but it does get the job done. And we got the main build, which is the Wookiee Catamaran. And so you got some propellers that just spin around there, and we got like the engines or power source of this set. This design is also featured in the clone turbo tank that was released in the same year of this set. And this is like a light pearl grey colour. And you may notice this bit here, that is a large spring-loaded shooter. And all you have to do is just push this down, and that will fire like so. You do have on each side of the catamaran empty spaces here, so you can fit all your Wookiees, Yoda, your Jedi, whatever, or even clones in there, as it So you put your minifigs in there and it will fly around and they can shoot off on the sides. Now besides that blaster there is no actual guns on this. But it's more like a bomber, as underneath you can drop your payload. So on this rubber band piece here, all you have to do is move it across and it will deploy your bombs there, and it does the same thing on the other side. And each side drops 2 of these trans dark blue cylinder pieces. The Catamaran is identical on each side for the build, so there's a little bit of repetitiveness, but not too much. But given the age of the set, at this time it's like 20 years old, it is still a good build, and it is the only Wookiee Catamaran we've got to this day, and I reckon it will be the only one we'll ever get as well, as it's more of a niche set and it only appeared very briefly in the Revenge of the Sith and hasn't featured in any other Star Wars shows. So it's a nice display piece. You can lean it up like that so you get more dynamic look for display. But overall, I do quite enjoy this set. So my overall review of this set is that it is a great set. You get a nice Swamp Speeder and Wookiee Catamaran and great minifigures. And it is quite an expensive set to get brand new these days. Even used, it will cost maybe $300-400 Australian dollars. Depending on the condition of the minifigures, of course. As the minifigs are the main drive for these sets. As you got your very expensive light up Luminara and these 4 42nd Seed Troopers, which are quite highly sought after, but these only appear in this set, so it does make them quite rare and pricey to get. But if you can get a good deal on this, then I do recommend picking it up. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe guys, and I'll see you guys next time.